everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited today because we are going to sit down and play with some makeup, specifically anything from Penneys. Now Penneys is Primark. It's basically known as Primark everywhere else in the world. For some reason the Irish had to be different. When you are watching this, if you are watching this the day that it goes up, it is actually my 22nd birthday. Lads, I cannot believe I am 22 years of age. It kind of makes me feel sick. I don't know why. In preparation for my birthday, in my big Stanley dupe, I have a full cup of ice and I have 2 cans of porn star martini. So if I get a bit funny halfway through this video, you know why. I do have my eyebrows and my eye makeup already on because I really want to focus in on the base products. Penneys have really been coming in clutch with the dupes. Obviously we are starting with primer. I have a few things. I'm going to start with this PS Prime for Life Probiotic Priming Mist. Here is what she is looking like. I love a good mist, especially during the summer. It is hot and anything that is a mist like just gives me life. Next then I have 2 very viral expensive primer dupes. I have the Prep and Perfect Vitamin Enriched Moisturising Primer, which is meant to be a dupe for the Bobbi Brown. I've never tried the Bobbi Brown, but this is one of my favourite primers ever. It's so good. And I have the Instant Bronzing Drops. These are meant to be a dupe for the Drunk Elephant. I have the Drunk Elephant. I love the Drunk Elephant and I've used this once. The very same. The only difference is the Drunk Elephant is a little bit thicker and this is a little bit more runny. I'm going to mix these together as my primer. And she's going to take some of the Bobbi Brown on the back of my hand. And I think I'm going to take maybe 2 drops of the bronzing drops. 1, 2, actually no, we'll do 3. And just going to rub them together. When I say the colour of this is literally the exact same as the Drunk Elephant. It looks really dark and scary, but it does sheer out quite a lot. And I'm just going to start adding that onto my face. And I'm going to add a little bit onto my neck as well, just because my neck is quite white, because as I'm filming this, tomorrow is my birthday, but it's going up obviously tomorrow, like, so I don't have any tan on because tonight I'm going to pop some tan on. I'm just going to use a brush. Sometimes I use my hands, sometimes I use a brush. This just gives such a nice sun-kissed, like, just back from like being tanned, back from holidays. It just gives such a nice glow. There is that bronzing drops all blended in. Do you see what I mean when I say like it just gives you that like sun-kissed, sunburnt look? I know some people might think, why in the hell would you want to look sunburnt? But like, I don't know, it just gives such a nice like orangey red glow. Okay, so now that we're all prepped and ready, I've seen no one talk about these and I found these in my Penneys the other day. They are the PS Pro Airbrushed Foundation Full Coverage Weightless Foundation. Do these or do these not look like as if they're meant to be like Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish dupes? That's what it's looking like to me. I got the shades Ivory and Almond. Shade range in my Penneys wasn't the best because at the time I think they were only putting them out and I'm impatient. So I'm going to do 1 pump of the Almond because that is definitely going to be too dark. That much of the Almond, and then I'm going to put 2 pumps of the lighter shade, and hopefully that will give me, obviously I have no tan at the moment, so I probably didn't even need any of the darker shade, but like makeup just looks rotten on me if I do too light. It just does not look right. And yeah, I don't think that colour is too bad. I'm just gonna paint it on my face and start blending it out just because I don't know if it dries really quick or not. Look at the coverage from this foundation. Obviously I've literally just done the bottom half of my face. Oh my god, I think this is going to be a winner. Before I started filming, my face was really red. I know you can still see kind of red underneath my eyes. I haven't actually brought the foundation all the way up. This might be a new contender. The coverage is what I can't get over. Now obviously I don't know how it wears or anything, but like, I'm gonna pop on this concealer. This is the PS My Perfect Colour Concealer. I have two shades. I have the shade Porcelain and I have the shade Almond. So basically what I'm going to do is pop the shade Porcelain in close to my eye, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of the shade Almond on the outer part just to blend it in with my foundation. I found I was always using concealer that was way too light, and it just like, oh my god, and then I'd wonder why in photos it just didn't look right. But then on my nose I'm just going to pop the tiniest sliver, and then everywhere else I just add the lighter concealer. It's only under my eyes I have started to notice like my concealer and my foundation, there's just way too much of a difference in shade. And then I just go in with my PC50 from Peaches and Cream and blend that lighter colour right up in towards my eye. I like to basically take this part on my eye and just wing it out just like that. I will actually blend it more when I am blending it out, but for now I just do it like that. And then I'm going to take my 408 from Rebelluna and just blend the lighter colour with the darker concealer then as well, and just obviously blend it into the foundation. Lately I am actually underpainting quite a lot, and I really like that technique, but I said for this video I wanted to try out that foundation, and when I'm underpainting I don't actually use a foundation. I just use the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and like lads, it's just, wearing even this much makeup for me is like so alien, because like I always feel like I look like I have a lot of makeup on but I don't actually, whereas like now I like look like I have a lot of makeup on and I actually do have a lot of makeup on. This foundation has really impressed me. Like look at that foundation and concealer combo, stunning. Okay, so for cream bronzer I have this PS Pro cream contour. Mine is in the shade, I actually don't think it has a shade, I can't see it on it, but it's basically the contour ones from Penneys. They are obviously meant to be a dupe for Miss Charlotte Tilbury herself. These are actually quite good. Do I think they are like an exact dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury? No, I don't. I use the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand nearly every day. I absolutely love it. But I do think it is very similar, and it definitely is a cheaper alternative. I think these are like €5 and the Charlotte Tilbury ones are like what, €35. So I only pop a little bit because a little bit of this definitely goes a long way. I'm just going to pop a good bit on my chin actually, because to blend to be the same colour, and I always just do 2 lines down my nose. Look at this base. I've just blended out the contour wand. I actually just had to add a little tiny bit more concealer just underneath it because I just added a little bit too much, so just to clean it up. But like look at this base. For cream blush I have 3 cream blushes lads, and I can't decide which one I want to use. I think I will use 2 though. I have the cream blush contour wand. This is stunning, but it's more for like on top of blush. It gives such a good glow, a nice little colour to it. But if you are a blush whore like I am, then this is more of a blush topper, so I definitely will be using this. But then I have these 2 blushes. They are just both say cream blusher. One is in rose and one is in peach. These are meant to be a dupe for the Rare Beauty blushes. Here they both are literally the shades for these are stunning. This one I have used, this one I haven't, but I do think I am gonna stick with the peach and very lightly start tapping it onto my face. These are actually so pigmented, so like that, like just start in little bits, and if you need to build it up then do. Here is that blush all blended out, and then like I said, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of the blush wand on top just to give it that glow. Yeah, see, look at that glow. Oh my god, the blush one just adds such an eye shine. I can't lie, my face is definitely starting to feel a little bit heavy with the amount of makeup I have on. So I'm going to take this My Perfect Colour Loose Baking Powder in the shade Translucent. This is meant to be a dupe for the Laura Mercier. I've used this a few times. This is actually really, really good. And I'm just going to take a powder puff. I'm just going to blend out any creases underneath my eyes first. Because if you don't, especially with the powder puff will set the creases in place. And I'm just very, very lightly patting back and forward, just gonna press that powder into my skin. Here is one side of my face set with the powder. Obviously I just try to miss wherever I have put that blush one just to keep the sheen, and this side of my face I haven't set at all. But like, look at how smoothing it is now. I have actually popped a little bit too much powder there. If you do that and it does end up going kind of crumbly like that, do not worry, setting spray will literally fix that for you, so don't be worrying. No, stop lads, I actually just got a glimpse of myself and I actually have to wipe the foundation off my lips because I can give myself the ick. Okay, so moving on to bronzer, I have this Bronze Glow matte bronzing powder. It's literally only $1.50. I have a few of these and they're actually not too bad. Once you use like a light hand with them, I find they're actually, for $1.50, like, you're getting what you pay for it, you know. I don't actually have a powder blush, but I don't think we need it because obviously you can still see the glow from the cream blush, so I'm not going to add any extra. But I am just going to add this highlighter palette, and I'm going to take this last shade here and just dust it very, very lightly over where I already have the glow, just to give it a little extra something. I actually can't get over this base. Like, I actually think it looks really, really good, considering it's Penneys and considering like this whole base alone probably costs like less than €30. Stunning. The only problem is I don't have a proper setting spray. I have this Prep and Perfect Prime and Infuse. It is a priming spray, but I am going to spritz my face with it just because when I put powders on, I do like to give a spritz of something. It doesn't have to be a setting spray, just to kind of melt them together. And like, when I say I drown my face, I drown my face. I'm going to let this setting spray dry. I'm going to pop off, do my lips off camera and do something with my hair, and I'll be back. I just turned off my backlight to show you this makeup in like a little bit of a darker light, because I feel like it's what it looks like more natural than having a studio light on. Every single base product I use is Penneys. Look at the glow. Look at the base. My face is actually set, even though she is quite glowy. I feel set. I feel like I could definitely walk out like this and not have to worry about my makeup budging, because a lot of the time I cannot have like my makeup not set because my makeup will budge. It's just the way my skin is. But look at this makeup, how stunning. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. If you like these type of videos, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I hope I see you all in my next one.